Tusen takk. Sommerklare? Espen, klar? Klare? Kan jeg få musikken min? Time. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master a craft. But I don't believe that we can ever truly master anything. Mastery suggests an end, a point there is nothing left to learn. But in coffee, there is no finish line. The more I learn, the more I realize I have yet to discover. But by doing slight refinements in everything that I do, I slowly improve and become a better barista than yesterday. Let us take a moment to think about those words. Better than yesterday. These words are deeply woven into every decision I have made and every drink I'm going to serve. I can't wait to show you. So, let's get started. Today, I'll be serving you in the order of the score sheet. But I'll start off by making the espresso to your signature course. Today, you'll be enjoying a varietal you might have heard of before. It's called Obligon, and we believe there's an Ethiopian landrace rediscovered in Colombia. It is grown by one of my favorite producers who, like me, strives to improve every single day, becoming better than yesterday. Now please, excuse the noise that's coming. His name is Nestor Lasso, and he grows this Obligon at his farm El Diviso in Huila, Colombia, at around 1,700 meters above sea level. Now, I've been working with Nestor's Obligon for over a year now, and I know it to be full of cherries and chocolate. But last year, Nestor improved his processing technique, giving his Obligon more floral characteristics, making it brighter and more refreshing. This is my favorite version of his Obligon so far, and it just goes to show what can happen when we never stop learning, improving, and becoming better than yesterday. I'll give you just a second. I've been making espresso for several years now, and I just recently learned of a new way of improving extraction using vibrations. This is a technique that we have adapted from the engineering industry, where powdered materials are vibrated to even out the density and to remove any air pockets. I have made a machine that does exactly this. Vibrates the portafilters, both horizontally and vertically. So I found when making espresso, if you first use WDT to break up any large clumps and to flatten out the bed like this, before vibrating the portafilters on the table I have made for just a second, like this, we get an espresso that is sweeter and with more flavor clarity. My recipe for today is 20 grams in, 46 grams out in 23 seconds. When I serve the espresso, I would like you to only evaluate the crema and wait for my drinking instructions. I'm pulling my espresso over frozen steel balls, which capture more of the volatile aromatic compounds, which would otherwise be lost, highlighting those floral notes from Nestor's processing.
Forkleet de har på toppen.
The cups we drink from have a large impact
Den her oppe.
on
De
how
nede er kanskje
we experience the espresso.
Det er mikrofonen.
The cups I'm serving you have two sides.
Og så er det
One straight and one flared. Like this. The straight side heightens your perception of sweetness, while the flat ending intensifies the flavors, while the flared side gives more vibrant acidity, more delicate flavors. Today, I want you to enjoy an espresso that is better than yesterday by only drinking from the flared side, with flavors of cherry cola, Haribo peach candy, 80% dark chocolate, and lavender. The tactile is a medium weight, with a coating and juicy texture, and a long, lingering finish of that Haribo peach candy again. Now please, enjoy your espresso, and those empty glasses are for your spoons. Okay, I'll be giving around 10 more seconds with those espressos. Okay, are you ready? Today, I want you to enjoy a milk drink that is better than yesterday by only drinking from the flat side this time, which I found intensifies the flavors, gives more creamy and rich texture, with flavors of, if you can please write down, strawberry milkshake, melted milk chocolate, apricot jam, and butterscotch caramel. Sometimes, in order to become better than yesterday, we have to learn from someone that knows more than we do. That is exactly what Nestor did when processing this coffee. He looked to the wine industry, where it's common to add a Saccharomyces yeast during whole cherry fermentation to intensify flavors and give flavors of red berries. So what he did was, after picking, put the cherries through a thermoshock process, rinsing them first in 2-degree and then 50-degree water to kickstart the fermentation and to loosen up the molecular structure of the cherries. He then placed them in large stainless steel tanks with the addition of the Saccharomyces yeast. Let them ferment for 36 hours together. This is what gives the delicate florals, berries, and tropical notes of Nestor's Obligon. This I've chosen to pair today with a freeze-distilled cow's milk, distilled down to 30%. I'm adding 80 grams of this. This is my favorite version of Nestor's Obligon so far. and with Nestor strive to always be better than yesterday, I cannot wait to see where it takes us next year. Enjoy. We have to lay the groundwork today if we want tomorrow to be better. Tomorrow is empty, just like these cups. But by adding intention after intention, ingredient after ingredient, we can create something that is better than today. We start with what we know, the obligon, pulled at the same ratio as your espresso and milk course, kept warm in this water bath. Next, we experiment with what we already know by adding a clarified freeze distilled milk. I made this by mixing 10 parts of the freeze distilled milk from your milk course with a 1 part citric acid solution, vibrating it on this table right here for 5 minutes to separate the whey and the curd before filtering it overnight. Of this, I'm adding 40 grams to bring a new note of clementines. Next, we learn from someone that knows more than we do by using a fruit I have never worked with before. It's called the rambutan. It's very common in Southeast Asia. Its flavor is somewhere between a pear and lychee. It looks like this. And I cut it open and squeezed out all the juice. Of this juice, I'm adding 40 grams to bring a new note of pineapple. To bind it all together, to create the idea for tomorrow, I'm adding a sugar saline solution made by mixing 2.5 grams of salt, 100 grams of brown sugar, and 100 grams of water. Of this, I'm using 20 grams, which brings a new note of red grape. I'm mixing it all together to harmonize the flavors and to heat it up to around 40 degrees. This drink will be served warm in handmade cups. The texture increases your perception of sweetness in this drink. The color increases your perception of depth of flavor. While the shape forces the aroma up your nose, giving you a note of orange juice. I would like you to assess this drink immediately after serving. And to recap, flavors: red grape, clementines, pineapple, and orange juice. Right. Please enjoy. Enjoy. Lovely, Diana. Enjoy. These drinks are a testament to everything I've learned while working as a barista. All the small steps and refinements I have done to become a better barista than I was yesterday. Time.